Okay, let's take number 4 on the test. Y equals negative 2x squared plus 8x minus 5. It's going to open down because the leading coefficient is negative. And the axis of symmetry is x equals negative b over 2a, so we're going to try that first. And the b is the positive 8, and the a is negative 2, so it's 2 times a, which is negative 2. At this point, it's good to decide, okay, I'm going to subtract, and this whole thing is a negative, so a negative makes it a positive, so we know that we're not going to have a negative axis of symmetry. And so we'll go ahead and 8 over 4, which is going to be 2. So the axis of symmetry is x equals 2. And so we take x equals 2 and draw a dotted line so that we know where the vertex needs to lie. It needs to lie on 2 somewhere. And so we put in x equals 2 and then find out what y is when x is 2. So again, I suggest you put parentheses wherever there's an x, and then substitute or put that 2 right inside those parentheses, or put the value of x inside the parentheses, and then hopefully that'll eliminate some mistakes. And so we're first going to do exponents first, so 2 squared is 4. And then we're going to take negative 2 times this 4, which gives us a negative 8. So we're not squaring the negative. Only the 2 is being squared. And then 8 times 2 is 16 minus 5. And so negative 8 plus 16 is 8, and 8 minus 5 is 3. And so there's our vertex at 2, 3. And so because we know that it opens down, all of our points that we plot here better be below the vertex, or we know we did the math wrong, or are doing the math wrong. So now we're going to plot 2 other points. And so the vertex is out at the 2, so we are going to move towards 0 so that the numbers are smaller, and we're going to take 1 for one value of x, and then we're going to take 0 as another value of x. So we're just taking the next whole numbers available. So if x is 1, y equals negative 2 times 1 squared plus 8 times 1 minus 5. And so we square 1, which is 1, and then take negative 2 times that, so it's going to be negative 2. Plus 8 minus 5, so negative 2. And again, I would go from left to right. You don't want to combine numbers here. You're going to start making mistakes. So negative 2 plus 8 is a positive 6, and 6 minus 5 is 1. So when x is 1, y is 1. So we plot that point. And then we're checking when y is 0, or when x is 0. So again, that makes this 0, this is 0, and then so we're left with minus 5. So zeros are nice to work with because we're just left with the last number. And so 0, negative 5. And I believe that the test did not give you enough room for this, but we will have room on this one. And so now we're going to reflect the points. So it takes 1 to get to the axis of symmetry, so you go 1 further, and this point takes 2 points, or 2 steps to get there, so we're going to go past the axis of symmetry. And now we have our points. And again, don't make a V, make a U. And there is number 4.